So the problem is that lack of space right there. That's only about 1.5 inches of clearance, if that, between the tire and the frame. And I was originally thinking that I was going to have to send my chains back, and I went down and talked to the Kubota dealership and came up with another solution, which is that right there. That is actually a spacer kit, one for each side. Those are 1.5 inch spacers, and you basically just pop off the tire on that, pull out the studs, because the existing studs are not long enough, replace them with the newer, longer ones, and then as those are sticking out, the spacer will then slide onto those, because it'll have all 6 of them sticking out through the holes, and so that spacer will add an extra 1.5 inches of clearance, and thereby giving me the space I need in order to put my chains on. It'll also give me a little bit more lateral stability and make me a little more stable on the side slopes and stuff like that. And since I've got plenty of those, I think that's a win-win situation. So this is gonna cost me a little bit in order to get the spacers, but I was looking at it as a cost comparison in regards to the shipping back and forth in order to get chains that would fit between the tire sidewall and the frame. So anyways, I'm going to get started, jack up the tire, pop that tire off, and see about getting some spacers put on. Need a breaker bar. Clanky clackety bump to be had. So guys, this is coming close to the end of this particular video. A couple things that I didn't exactly explain in the pictures and the subtitles and stuff is that had to go get a new tool. All I had was the 1/2 inch drive, and that just wasn't quite cutting it for the taking off the lugs. And my brother-in-law came up and we used the 3/4 inch stuff and got those tires off, and that thing just beefed right through it, so it was good. As you could see from the one little video with the tire turning, I'm not having any clacking, clanking and stuff like that. The wheels, I've got this creative just paracord tensioner going on there right at the moment, and that is mainly just because I wanted to get some tension on there just to see if it was working. And then we're going to end up, I'm going to alter the chains a little bit. It said specifically in the instructions when they came that these things are, although custom for a given tire, there could be some changes needed, and so I'm going to be utilizing the capacity of changing it in order to change the tensioning a little bit. And so here, let me show you what that is. These chains have these big beefy clips on them, and by popping that little center pin out, it allows you to take that link out and adjust the length. And these big cams here, I've got it all the way down to the last link right there before the lateral crossover. I'm not particularly happy with that. I need some more tension. There's still quite a bit of looseness in the crossovers. Not a lot, but some. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around this circle and take out a link out of each one of those clips. I think there's 4 of them, maybe 5 of them. take out 1 or 2 of each of those, which will allow me to bring this one, which is the one that cams it closed, so I can bring it back to 2 or 3 out. And I think that'll reduce the overall diameter of that and tension the whole thing down just a little bit better. So I have to take the chains off in order to do that. I mean, I could do this side while it's on there, but I have to do the same thing on the other side, the inside side of the chain. So anyways, but I gave it a test run. We've had over a foot of snow in the last 48 hours, and that was on top of several inches that has been sticking around for a couple weeks. But got the whole driveway plowed, and less likely to be slipping and sliding all over the place. The place is a sheet of ice though. So anyways, this beast is a lot more snow worthy, and I'm happy to have those on there. Even in their current configuration, I should be able to contribute to plowing the common road because the county doesn't maintain it up to our level. So, but one thing I'd like to point out is that chain pattern. You can see on there maybe a little bit better than when it was laying on the ground in the previous video, that aggressive chain pattern that's kind of got that 5-sided structure to it, or 6-sided, no, 5-sided structure to it. So it prevents slipping in all sorts of different directions. But I'll get those adjustments made, go down and get some actual tensioners for both the front and the back, and then we'll be ready to go. I was happy to not have to send those expensive chains back and get some stuff done on the tractor. So anyways, hope you've been enjoying things.